All right, good morning, guys. We've already been running for a couple hours here. I picked up yesterday evening. We got there at 2 o'clock yesterday. We picked up out of Williamsport, PA. Williamsport, PA, and this is what we ended up getting. We got 3 coils of wire cable. He said they're for like electric lines and stuff like that. These ones here, I guess, are for the transmission lines. You know, the big towers that go over the mountains and stuff like that. About 14,000 pounds a piece, total 42,000 pounds, just over there. Stop to check out the chains real quick and go to the bathroom, get a little stretch out. I didn't make it very far yesterday. I could have made it further, but 8 o'clock last night, I was just pooped. I already had a pretty tough weekend. Did a lot of mowing, a lot of push mowing while I'm waiting for the parts to come in from my mower. So this is, again, this is what we got. This morning, where I ended up spending the night, I ended up finding a little bird that was out in the parking lot. And normally I don't mess with that type of stuff. I just leave it to nature, whatever. But I kind of felt bad for it this morning. Not maybe a couple feet away from it was a hatchling that was dead on the ground right there by it. So I didn't have good faith that this one was gonna survive. It was sitting in the middle of the parking lot. Not in the middle of the parking lot, but it was up near the building. But I'm sure if I had left it there, somebody would have ran it over. So I gave it the nickname Roadkill. But I threw it in a box with some grass in the truck, and show you guys real quick. He's just starting to peep now. He was, he's been sleeping for the last couple hours. So we got us a little baby bird. I'll just sit here and nurse it and see how we do, and hopefully it makes it. I looked up online, it said to give it cat food or dog food. If using dry food, to soak it in water. I don't have time for that, so what I ended up doing was just grab a couple cans of wet cat food, and I ended up taking this fork. I broke the outer tines off, and then just using the other tines, scrape up a little food, and I put it right in its mouth when it starts begging for food, however you want to say it, saying that it's hungry. It puts its head right up in the air and opens its mouth up. It did it one time here. I was going to try to give it a little bit more, but it doesn't seem to be wanting any food. It might even have a little belly ache because it's not used to food like that. So we'll see how we make out. But anyway, for this load, we're looking at, I want to say it was like 223 a mile. It's nothing big. It's only about 300 miles, which I actually broke that down a little bit more because I went about 30 miles longer for about 15 minutes longer. It just beat taking the mountains and stuff, taking the back roads. It was US 222 and 22 and stuff like that, going down from I-80 down to I-70 in Pittsburgh and stuff like that. So instead I just took I-80 straight across over to where we're at now on I-79. I just got on I-79 about 15 minutes ago before I ended up stopping here at the Loves. It's a brand new Loves. I've never been here before, but we check the chains and stuff real quick, go to the bathroom, and then get down the road. We only got about 140 miles left, so about 2 hours. And then we knock this thing off. And I don't have anything planned yet for after this, but hopefully we can grab something. My biggest concern about picking up this load was that it required coil racks. It required 6 of them. If I can figure out which way it is. We got 2 on each side, or 2 on each coil, I should say. I didn't have any coil racks. And when I called about the load, I said, I don't have any coil racks. Will they supply them? Yes. I get there, yes, they'll supply the coil racks. I wasn't sure. I kept questioning, why are you demanding that it calls for coil racks if they'll supply the coil racks? So it just made me nervous, but they supplied them. So I had a backup anyway. There was a few Mercer drivers there. I was just gonna bum whatever I could, and one driver offered them right up. He's like, I got a ton of them in the truck, so I'll give you whatever you need. He said he got them all from North Carolina. I know exactly where he's talking about. I picked them up myself, and he kept all of the coil racks that were given to him. So if they don't require to keep these, then I'll just keep these ones. This way I got at least 6 on the truck, and then I'll just start stockpiling them a little bit here and there. I don't do normal metal coils, but I'll do these, and if I need coil racks to haul these, then I'll hold on to them. But those are the only reasons I'll hold on to those. I am thinking about getting 5 heavy-duty coil racks just for the absolute need of a load where I can haul a coil in the future. I don't want to, but I would like to be able to have the equipment there and ready to haul it. I won't need beveled boards because the heavy-duty coil racks lays the board on its side, so the coil sits on the side of the board rather than on the corner of the board. It doesn't sit like this coil rack here. It's a 90-degree angle. Well, the heavy-duty coil racks are like this. It's like a 45-degree angle. The board sits on here like this, so that the edge of the board is sideways, and then the coil just sits right down on the board like that. Not to mention, it also gives you, I want to say, I keep turning my back to the sun. I want to say it gives you like 5 different options for coil sizes. So you can go, I mean, it gives you 3 different stages, but you could use the smallest stage for small coils, the biggest stage for biggest coils, but in between coils, you got a medium stage. But you could also go to like the medium and the small stage, or the big and medium stage to make a little bit of difference for coils in between, just to make sure you keep it off that ground and make it sure that it's not too high off of the coil racks. So that's all I got for right now. I'll see if I can catch some footage of them unloading me, and I'll give you guys a little road footage within the next 40 miles that we got to go. So we will talk to you.
A spinning wheel where all I feel is the ice getting thinner. Step by step, day by day, I'm fighting a winner. Pushed around, I'm nowhere bound, no solid ground. How can I get back? How can I be strong? When all I do comes out wrong. I wanna be a saint, but I ain't. I'm far from. My ground will not back down each time.
Look at that neck. That thing is huge. You want some more? You're still hungry. Hungry again. Alright guys, so we're all done with this load. I didn't catch any footage. They were a pain in the ass. Not the guys that were unloading me, just the safety rules that they were having to go by. And I got this bright orange shirt, but yeah, I still have to put on a safety vest. A hard hat, safety glasses. I had to sign off on some safety papers. Could only take the chains off of the one that was being unloaded. There had to be at least one chain on the ones that weren't being unloaded yet. It was just already a huge pain in the butt, so I didn't get to grab any video, but we threw everything, threw all the chains back in the headache rack. I left the tarps on the front deck. I left the what else did I do? I did the 6 boards that came with that load. I kept all those. They went with the rest of my boards. The 6 coil racks, I kept those, so now I got coil racks. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with them yet, but they're sitting in the headache rack for right now. I got to figure out how I can do it, but I think I'm going to make some type of a coil rack holder, something that I can place the coil racks on so that they don't come off, and see how we make out from there. The week's already pretty much shot, basically because I decided to call it quits last night. So today's Tuesday, no, today's Wednesday, because I didn't leave on Monday. I lost pretty much all day yesterday because of the 5-hour wait period of getting loaded, which it all worked out in the end. But being that I have 5 hours left today, not really much to do. I found one load picking up back down in Winchester, Kentucky, bringing me back up past the house, which we just planted tomato plants, so I got to get back up there and make a fence for it. My son's trying, but he's never done it before, so he's having a hard time. But this load paid $700 and change coming here. I think I wrote it down. $706. This next load, as long as I get committed to it, well, I did commit to it. As long as I get the load, that'll put me up to like $2,400 for the week, which my mortgage is paid. That'll help me catch up on some of the bills, and we'll just start fresh next week. I'm going to call up the people that I just pulled this load for and see if they got anything coming out next week. Hopefully pick up on Monday, but we'll see what happens. At the same time, do I really want to go through all that again? So I don't know. We're just going to play that by ear. If I do get this load, there's 2 stops. The first stop is just past the house. Well, basically between Syracuse and Albany, and then the second stop is in Albany, so it shouldn't be too bad. Might even be able to swing past the house real quick and drop off. There's not really much of anything I have to drop off. I'm ready to get the bird out of the truck. But I don't know. That's it. So we'll find out here shortly whether we're getting the load or not, and then if we do, it's about a 300-mile deadhead down to Kentucky. All miles, it's like $1.53 a mile. So I'm not making, even on all miles, I'm still doing pretty good. So yeah. So that's it. I'm gonna close this video out here. and we'll get started on the next one. So thanks for watching, guys. Stay safe, and we will see you tomorrow or the next day. Most likely tomorrow.